So in the Marvel Rivals trailer, we saw a unique feature called Dynamic Hero Synergies, or as shown in the gameplay, Team-Ups. Today I want to break down everything we know so far about the Team-Ups feature and which characters are able to team up from what we know of right now, so that you are able to best coordinate with your team to output the maximum damage on your opponents or provide the best support for your team when the alpha drops in May. So as stated on the Marvel Rivals official website, Dynamic Hero Synergy. Coordinate unique combinations between characters to ignite surprising team-up skills, unleash the synergy of combined superpowers, and invent new tactics that can turn the tide of combat. Ride on Groot's back as Rocket Raccoon to take on your enemies as a dangerous duo, unleash Gamma Energy as Hulk to charge Iron Man's armor for massive damage, and so much more. Now, both of these examples are shown within the trailer, along with Luna Snow being able to team up with Namor. But what the website and trailer doesn't tell you is that not every character can team up or has synergy with each other. When looking at the Namor and Luna Snow team up, we see that a team up begins when the Luna player presses C when aiming at Namor. And notice that her C ability doesn't highlight on the screen when she gives Groot a buff, meaning that she can't team up with Groot. Once the gameplay shifts over to Namor, his C ability is already occupied by his Octo Turrets, and thanks to the team up, we see ice particles beginning to form around him, and the last Octo Turret he drops on the field has an ice effect, unlike the other two Octo Turrets that were placed down before the team up happened. Also, it's important to note that not every character has a C ability either, as Spider-Man earlier in the trailer doesn't have an ability tied to the C key. As of right now, the heroes that are capable of teaming up together are Namor and Luna Snow, Iron Man and Hulk, and Rocket Raccoon and Groot, with many more team-ups being available with other heroes as more information and characters are released. Now, in the description for team-ups and in the trailer, we know that when Hulk teams up with Iron Man, the Hulk unleashes Gamma Energy, charging Iron Man's armor, putting him in what he calls in the trailer Nano Time, giving Iron Man a massive damage buff, buffing every single one of his attack abilities, changing the look of his left and right click attacks, and even changing his ammo count from 100 to infinite. His repulsor energy beams also change from blue to green, and in his nano form, he gains these extra nano wings that hover around him as well. It's important to note that these nano wings aren't around Iron Man later in the trailer when he does the same exact Unibeam move that he did on Rocket in his team up nano form. The Groot and Rocket team up for the most part is pretty self-explanatory. Rocket just rides on Groot's back and is able to just shoot the enemies while riding Groot. Nothing really changes in terms of buffs or anything. The best way to play this team up is to definitely have both Groot and Rocket focus on one player to output the maximum damage. Basically, team shoot. As for the final team up shown in the trailer, that being Luna Snow and Namor, there really isn't much we know of when it comes to what sort of buff Namor gets, but it's safe to assume that with the buff being ice, it's more than likely Namor will be damaging players while also slowing them down with the ice buff. For sure, we are going to have to wait and see what the Namor and Luna Snow team up has in store in terms of what it's capable of, but this team up looks to be one that is going to prove useful during matches. Now, that's pretty much all the team ups that we know of right now. Whenever we see gameplay of Magneto, Storm, Punisher, Mantis, Star-Lord, and Scarlet Witch, we'll have more team ups to go over. Plus, it's going to be very interesting to see whether or not certain characters can team up with multiple different heroes in the future. Overall, team ups are going to be essential during matches for the buffs alone, so when queuing up for matches, be very aware of who is playing who, so that way you can coordinate with your teammates on picking heroes that can team up with each other. With that said, I'm very excited for the alpha and eventual release of the game, and if you enjoyed the video, be sure to web that like button and be sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any Marvel Rivals content.